How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse.
I'm Lucas with Running Warehouse.
And today we are going to be taking a first look at the new ASICS Gel Trabuco 13. Now, the Trabuco series has been around for a few years. It's always been known as just that reliable, do-it-all trail workhorse. But now with version 13, it looks a lot different. It feels a lot different. We've got a big upgrade with this version.
Right. I'd say, fair to say, often overlooked historically. This one made a very favorable first impression on me, just picking it up, getting my hands on it. Seems noticeably lightweight for what we're working with here. And yeah, it wants to be your go-to daily driver, perfect medium sweet spot to handle almost anything daily training that you want to throw at it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely from a weight perspective, we're looking at about 10 ounces. So in hand, for how much cushioning there is, a pretty good weight. And stack height perspective, we're looking at 36 mils, good amount of cushioning underfoot, and we've got full length Flight Foam Blast Plus Eco. It's soft, it's comfortable. Initial step in, it's got a nice cushioning. It's got a little bit of impact absorption, but at the same time, it's not squishy. It's gonna work on a wide variety of trails and a wide variety of distances.
Right, yeah, FF Blast Plus, definitely a fan favorite in a lot of different shoes over recent years. A favorite of mine, I know this is the Blast Plus Eco, that's 24% bio-based, that ASICS states for an even more dynamic experience. And it's pretty wild to think about, as you mentioned, at 36.28, that this is still within what we would classify as a medium stack height shoe, but medium today is pretty close to what was max, just a few years ago. So this is gonna be plenty to do almost anything that you'd wanna do in.
Right, and moving on over to the medial side, we do have a unique feature. It's almost this sidewall almost extends out and does create a little bit more stable of a design. The Trabuco, I think in past years, has always been known as like somewhat of a stable trail shoe. I will say this isn't gonna be your true stability shoe. This isn't a medial posting, but should be pretty inherent on the trail.
Exactly, yeah, you're not gonna find, to my knowledge, a true stability shoe, and neither would you want one with like old school firm structure in there, but this is gonna be among the most stable, inherently stable trail shoes around. You're not exactly seated down into, in terms of like a sidewall effect, but yeah, that did strike me here with this extra medial side foam that we have there. It's a good enough base width, and I am very much looking forward to trying this out.
And while this shoe doesn't have a carbon plate, it does actually have a nylon protection plate. You can see it poking out, just gonna give a little bit extra rock protection. And that's also gonna work with a full length ASICS grip rubber. Some nice sticks, some chevron patterns that are gonna have a little bit of bite. And overall, again, another versatile trail shoe that I think it's gonna handle pretty well on moderate trails, can probably handle on technical trails, and still have that ability to go on roads as well. Really a shoe that can do it all.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, other than just picking it up for the first time and being impressed by how lightweight it was, having a look at this outsole, this modified chevron pattern, the tackiness here, the texture that's there, we've got good depth going on, and I would feel really, I haven't tested it out yet, but just on visual appearance and finger feel, I would feel really confident trying this out on some pretty technical terrain.
Wow.
Should be able to handle it.
Now, moving on up to the upper, wrapping the shoe together, we've got a fairly simple trail design, a little bit of extra support and lockdown in the heel, and then a decent amount of breathability up in the forefoot. What are your thoughts on this upper? Really a shoe that can go the distance?
Looks like it, yes. It feels thin and breathable and lightweight, all of those things that are said about pretty much every upper these days. But I can tell that, it's not just like a single, see-through layer. There is a liner, a thin liner in here. It is a fully gusseted tongue that's gonna really help keep out the combination there, really keep out that fine grit. The toe bumper, I looked like it was going to be really flexible, but there is some firmness embedded, some good protective firmness in the toe bumper. Again, this generous wrap up of the outsole rubber helps protect from stubbing your toes on those rocks. And yeah, finished off with the heel loop and the lace, not really a garage, but yeah, the strap there to tuck those in, to tie things off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, overall, the ASICS Trabuco 13 really looks to be that workhorse in the trail line. This year, ASICS is coming in hot, and there's a lot of great additions. And I think this is going to be the shoe that if you don't know where to start, you want a trail shoe that can do a little bit of everything, the ASICS Gel Trabuco 13 is going to do the job.
Absolutely. Yep. This is just, if you're not sure where to start, grab this, try it out, can't go wrong. Big update. This is an exciting update.
Yeah. Well, if you are looking to try out the ASICS Gel Trabuco 13 for yourself, you'll be able to find it here in spring 2025 at Running Warehouse.